Welcome back to Automotive Electronics. Today in front of us we have, what year is this? 2012 Chevy Colorado. I already took it apart, but I wanted to do a little video on it. So here's how you get it apart. The needles are already off of it, but I did that earlier. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe maybe 8 screws. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, there are 10 screws. Alright, you'll see them on the back here. This back plate comes off. That will release the lens. Then you'll have to remove the needles, which they come off pretty simply, which basically they're on there like that. They'll mark your spot. These are on 0 exactly, so I didn't mark them. I did mark the 2 down here. So rotate counterclockwise in upward motion, and your circuit board is out. Alright, let's get you switched over to 3. Here we go. The complaint on this one is that the gas gauge isn't working, which is this gauge, the stepper motor right here. Feeling the stepper motor feels just fine. Everything, motion's good and everything. So, what are we suspecting? Let me get the microscope over here. She moved over here. Zoomed out so you can see what we're looking at. We're going to be looking at the pins on the stepper motor. And right there, you can see we've got pin movement. It's not super obvious, but you can see the pin movement there, that crack all the way around it. So he has no other problems with the cluster other than that. But whenever I see pin movement like that and cracked solder joints, just the wind. Whenever we see cracked solder joints like that, we're just going to go ahead and go over some stuff. You go over most of the solder joints because that's the prudent thing to do. Oh, naturally never can find my readers. 2 seconds to find some readers. All right. Zoom you in a little bit here if we can. Well, I got everything ass backwards. When I go left, it goes right. When I go right, it goes left. Nonetheless, I'll zoom you out just a little bit. Okay. I'll leave the board in a general area where it needs to be. Okay. So here's what we were looking at under the microscope. This pin right here. We're going to apply some heat. Reflow that solder joint. I'm going to do that to all the pins on the stepper motors. If it's happening to one of them, it's probably happening to all of them. Alright, and if it's happening to those joints, we're going to go ahead and go over these header pins as well. Keep in mind my image on my camera is reversed for some reason, so everything that you're seeing on the left is on the right. What's up is down. It's all jacked up. Trying, my customer's sitting here waiting though, so I'm trying not to make him wait while I set everything up just exactly. Oh, a little bridge there. Cleared that. Make sure y'all are still in frame. Gotta zoom in with the microscope one time, make sure we didn't get any bridges. See what we can see here. Everything looks clean. All that dried flux that was on there before I started. So let's see if we can clean it up a little bit. Where's one of my brushes at? Well, that's interesting. I'm missing two brushes. There we go. Might help to get a little organized in here. So we're just going to clean. Old dried up flux is never a good thing. Get that off of there just in case it's trying to eat into something. And that should be it. Should be good to go. The display on this thing is just contact pads. There you are, pressure. Oh, where are we at? Zoom out, I'll show you. So the pressure pads here, that's where the connection to the display occurs. This display here. Alright, we're going to get this mounted back in here. If you take this thing apart, make sure you don't lose your trip reset plunger right there. I want to get the back mounted. There's a few screws we can put in to mount the back on there. What this is going to do is hold that circuit board in a consistent spot. And that way when we set our needles, they're consistent. Can't put all these screws in right now because some of them transfer into the lens. So we're going to get enough around it that it's held in place. Those needles I was putting on earlier didn't go to this. Give it a little cleaning. Gonna rotate these counterclockwise until we get the stop set at the 0 point, and these are going to rotate counterclockwise until we get our stop set at the mark we made. Boom, now we can finish putting on our screws in the back. It's highly advisable for you guys at home not to use a drill like I do. I know exactly how far I can push my drill. these come from? Looking like an expert here, except for the fact I don't know where the hell these screws came from. Got 4 screws left. You know what? That was from a previous cluster. That's where that was from. Alright, there's my confusion. Alright. Just like that, we're back in business. If you guys, if I helped you out today, like and subscribe. I appreciate it. It really helps my channel out. Do your thing. I'll keep doing mine.